We are kids. We just want to be kids. I should be worrying about my school and my grades, not having my rights stripped of me. Gender affirming care is life-saving care. So by doing this, they are going to kill people. It's so hard to even have access to that. Most trans people don't even have the opportunity to medically transition.
We have a true gem of a video to start the day with, as Walter Masterson went to a parade and spoke with some of the members of the LGBTQ community there about how Donald Trump's policies, MAGA policies, are directly affecting their lives, their rights, and their freedoms. So leave us a like on the video if you can. It lets us know you enjoy this kind of content. It gives us a big boost in the algorithm, and let's get right to the discussion.
I mean, I don't necessarily think there's a difference between like cis, white people, whatever it is, because we're all people. Trans people are just doing things to feel more comfortable in their body, to feel like themselves, and they just want to be supported and recognized as human.
They are exactly correct here, and it's something I wish got brought up more in this discourse, that everybody has their own kind of gender affirmations, even cis individuals. It's just straight people judging the minorities who are different because human nature. Women wear makeup to look more feminine. Elon Musk got a hair transplant. Men do that all the time. Women get their bodies done. Men will grow beards to look more masculine or hit the gym so they look more manly. And this, people subconsciously understand the benefit in aligning your body with the identity you have of yourself and your gender. It just comes down again to prejudice and bias, why straight people, the majority, are taking this out against trans people, the minority. We've seen this when every minority group tries to claim autonomy. At some point, we should start recognizing the pattern and rejecting it. That's sociology, but conservatives don't even value sociology. I mean, we saw it with black people, with women, with homosexuals, and now it's just trans people, and the same people willing to oppress this minority group will be the same ones supporting oppressing the next minority group when trans people inevitably do get their equal rights.
The thing is, I of course looked into it as a trans person, but you need to get your therapists, your doctors, you need so many, you have to have basically 4-step verification like they do on whenever you're entering a website. You have to get so many approvals. It literally takes years to get an appointment. They act like it's this easy thing that you can be like, oh, I want to cut my boobs off. I want to cut my dick off. When one, that's not, it's so hard to even have access to that. Most trans people don't even have the opportunity to medically transition.
It's the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah, it's really not. You have to jump through so many hoops. I mean, one of the reasons this is like so affected me, I basically just convinced my parents to let me get gender affirming care when Trump was elected, and I was trying to make an appointment, and then suddenly they cut it off. Right as I basically had convinced my parents, they just completely restricted that as an option. It's already next to impossible for trans kids to get care. Now they're making it literally. And gender affirming care is life-saving care. So by doing this, they are going to kill people.
I love how informed they are. We know gender affirming care saves lives. It lowers depression, anxiety, suicidality. It raises the quality of life for trans individuals who receive it. So Trump restricting it and taking it away from so many and making it less accessible directly puts those deaths on his hands and all of MAGA's hands who voted in support of this, all in the name of bigotry. There's no statistical or medical reason to support any of this nonsense where they have to lie about every part of it, which is, again, this is the only reason that they can get people to buy into it and make it this unpopular thing, whereas like the culture narrative doesn't line up with all professional medical organizations and what they say about it, because if it got a fair shake, they would lose the topic politically like they did with same-sex marriage. As they said, there are multiple layers of consent needed, weeks of therapy prior to this, multiple meetings with the medical professional, multiple kinds of fully reversible treatments first, right? Social affirmation, puberty blockers, all putting not only multiple barriers, but multiple months or even years between these people and these kinds of treatments, where they're rather sure by the time they receive them because of this, which is why the regret rate, the detransition rate, is less than 1% after.
We are kids. We just want to be kids. I should be worrying about my school and my grades, not having my rights stripped of me, my existence being erased, and being barred to have any access to life-saving care.
How does this screw with your travel if your passport is changed?
It actually has in the past, because I got mine in 2023, and since then, I have left the country. I went to the Dominican Republic this summer, and while I was going through the airport, like going through security at LaGuardia Airport in New York City, the machine wouldn't process my passport because I had an X on it. The computers just didn't recognize that because it wasn't an option in the country I'm flying to. So I literally had to wait an hour in line to get a human agent who could approve of my passport for me to enter, and I almost missed my flight because there's like 183 countries who don't have any recognition of the X gender, so it's hard to get into those countries.
Which is crazy to hear, right? We should live in a world where everybody has the same opportunity to act on their desires. They have the same ability to travel if they want, if they have the money to do so. And which, granted, I would say everyone should be able to without it, but like capitalism, right? If you have the money to do so, you shouldn't be denied because your passport says X on it, and to exist without being discriminated against just for wanting to be themselves. They said it exactly correct. Let kids be kids. Let trans kids be trans kids. Let them live their lives how they want and what makes them comfortable without your own convoluted worldviews coming into them, especially when we're talking about something that all medical professionals agree with, all medical organizations agree with, and there's plenty of statistical data to back. And as much as the right likes to pretend otherwise, of course, to justify them doing outright bigotry and spitting vile hatred towards children, trans kids are kids. Trans kids do exist. This is what the destruction of democracy looks like. And many of MAGA are smug enough to pretend that it still isn't happening, all because it isn't happening to them yet.